I'm sort of at a stopping point. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I can't put the carbs back together because the new needles haven't arrived. I just put a email to the supplier saying, when, because I need them. So I can't put the carbs back together. I can't put the tank back on. I can't set the throttle cable clearances. I'm stuck. So I just did an experiment. When I turn on the ignition key, the ignition light comes on. And that light is driven by a wire off of the assimilator. This bike, it does have an American assimilator. It's not one of the Canadian bikes with the warning light unit. And so I disconnected the wire that's on the WL connection of the assimilator, and the light did not go out. So that red light at this point in time is not being driven by the assimilator. I don't know what it's being driven by, but it's not being driven by the assimilator. So this morning I've got two things I want to do. One is to change the wiring to the run stop switch so that it'll only spin the motor when the switch is in run, and see if I can see any obvious wiring errors going to the ignition light. Maybe like being driven directly off of ignition instead of the assimilator wire, something silly like that. So that's where we are. I'm going to open the headlight. I'm probably going to drop the headlight so I can get at these wires under here, which are just a royal pain, and then see what I can see, because I'm running out of time. I got to get this bike out of here because I've got 2 weeks of work to do on the RV and about 10 days to do it in. So I'm in deep poop. Okay, I've got the headlight dropped down out of the way. I've got the instrument panel disconnected and dropped down, and it's just strange. This is the ignition warning light right here. It's got ground going to it, and it's got white going to it. White is ignition. This is your ignition on, and it goes here, and it goes over to this one, whatever that is. And it's not supposed to be that way, and it's obviously original, obviously, to me. It's supposed to be a white-brown wire coming through this cable, of which there is none. And it's supposed to turn that light on and off from the assimilator. This is getting too complicated for a quick fix. I think we're just going to have to leave this one alone, and I'm going to try to figure out how to change the starter button now, whether I can do it in here or whether I have to go into the switch. Something tells me in the back of my mind that I have to go into the switch to get that button to only work on, only spin the motor when the kill switch is on. Okay, so not going to be able to fix that red light on all the time idiosyncrasy, at least not in this repair effort, until we figure out what's happening. Okay, so I've got the ignition switch out. We weren't sure if it was intermittent or not. Sometimes we'd shake the key, sometimes things would happen, sometimes it wouldn't. So I'm just going to take it apart and clean the contacts inside. It's not that hard. I'll show you the process. All right, so let's take the back off of the switch. I have to keep trying to make it sure you can see me. I may edit some of this to make it go faster. Only reason I'm doing this is it's faster than ordering another switch. Plus I've done it 20, 30, 40 times, and Never had a problem. So let's see how it goes today. Got 4 dimples. There. Okay, the end's off. Those contacts are darn right clean. I mean, I've seen them horrible. This is the contact. This is the contact plate. It's not in bad shape. Springs. We can just leave them right there because they're not doing anything. Okay? All we have to do is buff these up. Buff these up real quick. I don't think there's a problem here. This is a very good switch. I mean, I see them in there all kinds of corroded. I'm gonna go buff these contacts. Okay, back. Nice and clean, nice and shiny. Put the insulator over top. Put this guy back in here. He is keyed. Let's see. Okay, he fits over the springs. Like so. So the springs are fitting into the little dimples. Then this guy goes on. Okay, so you can't do it wrong. And you press it down. Into the case, and we redo the dimples. That's the fun part. I'll show you how we do this. Stand by. Well, I don't know what happened. The last video that showed how I put the dimples back in and put the switch together, it's not there. It just didn't go. Bottom line, you take the switch and turn it upside down and put the key section flats in your vise and tighten it down lightly. Then while holding the switch back, the contact plate down firmly with your finger, you take a ball peen hammer and very gently go around at the 4 dimple points, and you tap them down, tap, 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 each individually enough so that it will hold the backing plate in place. Not all the way. After you've got it down, all 4 of those, so you can take your finger away, then you use a drift punch to tap down the 4 dimples firmly, and that'll hold the back of the switch in place just fine, thank you. If you want, you can do a couple extra. You can do 4 extras in between the original 4. And it'll hold the back contact plate on the back of the switch just fine. And everything will be just fine. So, that's all. I lost the video, sorry. I'll tack this one on to the end, and that'll be it for the day.